Unity, and this guy, the real Andrew, came up with this Unity Sprites and Bones. I said, wow, this is great. It's open source. I can change it the way I want, and I'll put up all the stuff that I do for everybody else to benefit from this, and force these other people who are doing professional apps to maybe take a look at what we're doing here and put some of those nice features in it and feed me to it. So I'm going to first show you. How do I switch it? It's got to switch.
Oh, you got to plug it in.
Oh, it's not in. That's what she said. Is it not? Maybe I gotta set it up.
You gotta tell your send the image to
My tech support is here. Yay! And there was light. Thanks, Bless. Okay. So basically, one of my biggest gripes that I had with all the other software except for Stickman was that I work a lot in Photoshop. I love Photoshop. I do all my 2D stuff in Photoshop. And I like PSD files. And I like to put stuff in layers of PSD files. And I don't want to have to do it all over again when I put it into a new program. All these other programs, except for Stickman, doesn't have good PSD support. So that means I have to take all my layers, all my thing files, and put them in order again every time. It sucks. So I and this guy, the real Vanderay, said, you know what? We can make our own. So we took the Paint.net library and we created a PSD importer. So I'm going to first show you the PSD importer. And it's really easy to use, dead simple, but there's only a couple things that you have to remember when you're using it. And that is, all you have to do to get this stuff in there is take the on GitHub, you can just take this stuff as, because it won't import it, I think, as a project, because it needs these two files, unless you compile it as a DLL. You just take these files from the GitHub zip file and then just drop it in your project. And maybe I have to extract it first. Paste it over there. So I'm going to paste it in the assets folder. And it should just show up here in my Unity project. And there it is. So basically it uses some functions in here that you need a couple extra files in here that it needs to use, and I put that in the directions for the PSD importer. All you gotta do, copy this zip from GitHub, and then open it up, drop the files in, and then you're good to go. Then you have a window that you need to open called, and you go under Sprites, and you go into PSD Importer. What's this gonna do is you're gonna take your PSD file, and you're gonna drop it over there, and it'll create sprites from all the layers in their order in your project. So I did a neat little character from my video game Noel that I'm working on. So you don't have to name a folder or anything like that. I'm just making it easier. So. Grab this, put it over. And one thing you got to remember about your PSD files, you can't have this particular version doesn't have layer group support, and it doesn't have special layer support. So make sure everything's flat, as long as they're nice and in a compatibility mode, so it does like the old Photoshop format. It should just work. We've got a couple different things that you can have as selections. Here, I'm going to try to make this bigger so you can see. As you can see all the layers are there. It'll show all the layers we have there. These are all the body parts of my character. And you can check or uncheck the layers you don't want to use. You can just export the visible layers and they're shown. And you can make an atlas of it if you want. So let's say you can't use Unity's own sprite atlasing system. You can create a PSD file with all your layers. They don't have to be in any particular order. You just throw all your layers flattened in there, and you can bring it into an atlas of your own, and it will reference an atlas from Unity. So I'm going to show you a little bit how this does. This is a new thing that someone put in that I also said if you can create a game object, an empty game object, and you can have them import directly into the game object. Otherwise, it will just create it. So basically, I'm going to take this character, I'm going to create sprites, and it'll make an image with all the sprites in the thing. So just go create all the sprites for this character, and boom, there it is. So do this, or I'll close this out now. We don't need this anymore. There's my guy. Okay, and he's got all the different body parts. Looks like he might be missing one if I click on something. And he's missing his tummy for some reason. I don't know why he's missing that, but anyway, maybe it didn't import right. But we can do that. It should be in there. Let's see. It's here. There it is. See, yeah, there's the sound. Okay, so basically, so I have my character now, right? And this has all the body parts that I can use and they're all just sprites. They're all just Kinematics sprites. They're all different game objects. I can just put them off in the renderer or the game object, and these are all the things that I can use. And if you're not familiar with the system of Unity's sprite system, you can just select and move around with the sprites just like you would any other game object. So, already pretty neat. So what I did is I'm doing two separate projects. I use the importer in one, and I use Sprites and Bones in the other. Why? Because, like I said, those two files that were in the beginning of my project folder here, this I didn't want to have as a there we go, that's better. I didn't want to have this bother these two files that might mess with my Unity Sprites and Bones format. So I'm going to save this package out, and then I'll import it in my Sprites and Bones file. So I'll just export this package with only my sprites. So I don't need any assets editor or any such stuff. Actually, I'm just going to select the giant sequence guy. So select this. Find all the stuff. Let's see what works. All I'm going to do is import the sprites, which should be these guys, and my PSD file. And, this is why. Create a feedback with this stuff. There we go. So now she's this. There we go. So now I'm going to export my new food tab with my character, and it's got all the sprites with it. And I'll just save this to another Unity package. And like I said, with this PSD importer, you can also change the pixels to unit size to whatever you want. Do that beforehand. If you do it after, then all your positions of your layers are going to be messed up. So make sure you figure out what the size of your pixels and units are going to be before, otherwise you're going to have to redo it. Atlas size, anything that's power core. And like I said, you can create Atlas, create sprites, or just export the images. Once that's done, you open up my other project. Unity Sprites and Bones. And it's the same thing. Create a project and then you drop the Sprites and Bones from GitHub straight into the new project folder. And you should be able to just use it. So I'm going to import my package that I just opened. That I just saved, I exported. So here's my wolf character and putting the textures. And there's my little prefab. Throw him in there. Okay, there he is. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a skeleton. And Unity Sprites and Bones is a little menu. It's got all the little items here in the menu that you can do. Well, first thing I'm going to do is make a skeleton, right? So create a skeleton. Then it just has one bone. But in the skeleton thing, and of course, so in the skeleton component, it's got a bunch of different variables and stuff here. Well, all these variables are going to control all the bones that are inside and any other user interface stuff that you need, like the bone colors for left and right, IK, baking poses, shadowing, Z-sorting, all this wonderful stuff you have control over. I'm just going to go through things a little bit at a time so we can make our character into a animatable skeleton. So we just have one bone and one skeleton. Now the skeleton is going to be your main component. You can drag and drop your sprites into the other skeleton and it's under the bones that you're going to create, right? So basically, I'm just doing it here. And make this here. See. Okay, yay. Everybody can see. Okay, so I just have this bone here. I'm going to put this bone at the bottom. And I'm going to make this the root bone. So I have a root bone that I'm going to connect to, and then every other bone after this that I create, it'll make up the skeleton. Now you can start them anytime you want. You can hold control, and it'll make another bone connected to that bone. If you don't want it connected to that parent bone, you can uncheck on this bone, the bone component, to snap the parent, and then you can move it wherever you want. So, yay, I'm going to give it a waste. So I can control this handle to make the other bone, so the base bone, and I can press control and make another bone up to the head. And now that it's head bone there is the second bone, and I can start making these This is our stomach part. It's torso. And that I have here, and I can drag and drop them into their positions. So see, I'm going to lose my prefab. Oh no, I'm going to lose my prefab that I've always got. Alright, so I'm going to put the head there, and I can put its neck over there. I'm just going to make this very simple, so you don't have to. And as you see, it doesn't matter what order I put them in here. It's the sprites have their own sorting there that you can adjust. And I also made a Z sorting option, so you can do it by Z sort instead as well in the skeleton. Like if you click this option, the Z sorting, it'll start sorting the stuff by the Z instead of the sorting layers on the script. See, it automatically changes your sorting layer into a value that's really, really low. And you can do Z sorting instead. It's pretty cool if you're working in a 3D game and you want to have your characters go in the 3D direction. Z sorting is awesome for that. Otherwise, you got to do your own handling for Spider. So I'm going to put his chest and his torso. Let's see, his tummy, his waist. So, just showing you this really quickly. So we have a few bones set up. We have some sprites that are in there, and it's not connected. The hands and stuff aren't connected. It's just his waist and his parts up to his head, right? So now I want to create some connections to these sprites. Yes. So I can use it one of two ways. We have either bone influence, which I can go through each bone, and I can change the influence from 0 to a number, and it should show me. Oh, I need to change it. The bone influence will tell you how big of an area it will cover for the points on like a mesh of the object, and that's probably why it's not showing that it has this scale mesh. But it should move it around once you have this and you recalculate the bones here. So I'm going to calculate the weights now. And I'll calculate everything in that skeleton based on the bones, weights with the influence. So let's see if I can use it. Let's see. Yeah, for skeleton, you can see it's kind of moving around. Oh wait, that's it. So yeah, you have your initial bone structure that you can do. And like I said, if you change the influence of the head and the tail, it used to have a circle of some sort. Maybe you just can't see it in here. I guess I can't see it in this thing either. That would circle, it would show the amount of influence around the area. But if you're using skinning, I very suggest you change it to nothing. Because that is going to not auto skin stuff. You can control which vertices you want by weighting. Let's go back. I'm going to move all these back to 0. Okay, so my main bones are back to 0. Alright, so now that I have some sprites attached to the bones, I can do some things called skinning with it. And what I'm going to do is, I can do one of two things. I can just click on the sprite that I wanted, and I want to skin. If I want to skin his head, I can just click on this and push skin 2D, and it automatically creates the mesh for his head. And I can create control points and all kinds of stuff right away. But the mesh might not be exactly how you want, but it's a skin mesh renderer. And you can assign bones to it. I can create another bone to it if I wish. I'll create another bone here. Because I changed the bone structure, so now I got to recalculate the columns again. So yeah, it comes back. So whenever you add another bone or change the skeleton in any shape, you might have to do this for your scan. You just recalculate the bone weights and boom, and pop right back. Well, let's say I only want to have some points on here that I want to have controlled by this other bone, right? So basically, I can take my skin mesh renderer, right? I go to weight pane, and now I get this new menu that pops up here. So I can show you a big version of it. It's got the skin that you're selecting. It has paint, that's if you want to start painting. Your brush size, and the weight, how much weight you want to assign to each vertex. Whether you're doing add or subtract mode, which bone you're gonna do it to. Like I'm not gonna do it to the root, I'm gonna do it to the single bone. And you can even change the color, the transparency of the weight. So I'm gonna paint and look. Oh, it does blue color or the thing I'm going to try to scan, right? So I'm going to change the transparency so I can kind of see it, and then I can weight it. So I'm going to add some of the vertices in there, and it'll color them red. I don't want color. It's just like if you're using Blender or any kind of weight kind of program, you can see it once I can take the weight. Change the weight so it's not so much. So now I've weighted it to that bone, right? You can stop painting, it goes away. Take this bone, and I can now move around this mouth. So that's if you want to do it manually. Like I said, you can use bone influence if you just want to cover an area. And last time showing it in this, but I'm going to use it as a circle area where you will have the influence of that. So you can do it one of these two ways. You can weight it yourself, or if you do want to control the mesh to some degree without using bones, you want to use control points. I made a component on the skin mesh renderer, the skin 2D component, that has control points. I can create control points based on the mesh that I have already. Okay. So default position, I'm going to create these control points, and yay, now I have control points for each of the vertices on the mesh. So if I zoom in, I can make the control points bigger. So you can take and control the points on the mesh. So I can now select these points that are on the mesh, and I can control each one for you. So this allows for some really cool animations that you can do in the animation tool if you want to, have total control over the mesh without having to make a bunch of bones and paint them. Just throw some control points in. And you don't have to use all of them either. Like if you want to delete some, get rid of them, although I suggest you reset them if you're going to start doing that. You press reset control points, and it'll go back to its default position. All the good is on this like that. So I can delete any ones that I'm not going to use. Say I'm going to use these. I can delete them, and I can just use the ones that I'm going to need to transform. So you don't have so many game objects. So basically, it's just a game object that moves it to transform. So covered the skinning, control points, all this other wonderful stuff. I do want to show you, though, a new tool that I created. And I've got a couple more things I'm going to show you with IK, because I know a lot of people want IK. So let's do that first. Let's say you want IK on this bone group here. I've got my head bone right here, and I want to add IK to it. So all I got to do is click this button on the bone component. This is add IK. It creates an inverse Kinematics script that will start an IK chain. So I'll start from the top of this head bone, and then I can tell how many bones I want to cover. If I want to cover 2 bones, it'll cover this one and the bottom and the down. If I want to cover 3 bones, it'll cover the 3 bones together. So once I do that, and I have this, I create a target helper that I use to control the IK chain. So there's my target helper, and I can change it from that little cube thingy to a different thing if I want. I can make it a dot. I can make it a circle. I can make it a polygon if I want. You can make it any one of these things. It's really cool. You can make it a cross. I'm going to just make mine I don't know, wire sphere. And you can change the color of that too. If you don't like the color, you can change the color of it to identify it. Or you can change the name of the bones. Like it will, like if I put like right on it, it will, see if I put NRK and I put right, it will, or I put a .r or something like that, it'll check for those cases, and then it will automatically change the color according to what you have your right and left bones here. So, pretty cool. So anyway, the IK chain. Once this is all set up, should we're still in edit mode. Once we get out of edit mode, there's our IK chain, and then I can move the bone around. The head bone, got the IK, I mean like IK helper or something, and there's our IK. And I can also set, like, if I don't want it to go all the way back here, right? I can set angle limits on it. So I can go to this head bone where I put the IK chain, right? And then there's angle limits here. And basically you change this array to 1, or however many angle limits you want to put in. You can make more than one. I have a new element, and I'm going to show to what angle I want it to transform to. So let's say I want it to do to the torso. Okay? And then I can set the minimum angle I want it to do. Let's say I want it to go this way or that way. It'll create a disk that will give me a range. Like, I want the minimum range to do this and the maximum range to do it'll start to load it and past that. So I can set an angle limit so it won't go past that. If I try to just be okay with it, see it start scattering. And then when I go past that limit, or close to it, it'll start scattering. So it kind of limits you from doing a lot of things, but it's not perfect. But if you need angle limits and you need it to not go past a certain point, it's a starting point for you. But otherwise, you can use another target helper between the two arcade chains to control. Like say if I want another arcade chain, I can add another arcade component to this, and then I can control the arcade control for the target helper. Okay. So go back to edit mode, and you should go back to the domain now. Back to edit mode. Edit mode will basically, I can move the bones around and do whatever I want. When I click off edit mode, then I'm in control of the arcade components at that point. And I can do what I want. Let's say you have your setup now. You like what you see. You want to save a pose that you like for the character when you're animating, or you want a default pose. You can put skeleton, and then you can do save pose. You can make it a new name. Say like default pose. And I highly recommend this if you set up your, you got your character and, I like it just the way it is before you start messing with arcade stuff. Do this default pose and save it. And it'll save it under the poses folder here. Basically, you're going to take that pose, you're going to drag it into the base pose here. So if I mess around with it, I mess around with it right now. I'm going to put his head up his butt. I don't want that to happen. Alright, or I messed up, I can just reset the pose and it's back to the base pose. So that helps. Another thing that helps is that I have some other buttons here that do some of the same things. Okay, except it doesn't need to save a pose. Let's say you have all your sprites in position, and you want to change you want to change the sprites of your skeleton. You can save the positions of all the children of that thing and your new component, and it will load those old positions back up in case you mess something up. So you can save the positions here from this skeleton, and it'll tell you, it needs to be in edit mode because you don't want to do it when you're in arcade mode. And then you can save it, and then if I mess something up, even in edit mode, like if I move this around or whatever, I can do this load children position, which should go next. But if I do this So if you messed up around with the sprites in your skeleton, that's another thing you can do for saving loads. You can also create prefabs from your Skin 2D components. This is an automatic button, and if you did all your Skin 2Ds and you want to make this thing a prefab, you have to make your Skin prefab first. So this is just a shortcut to do all your stuff, but you can do that directly in the Skin 2D component as well. So I have my Skin 2D component. If I want to use this character and I have skin meshes on it, you want to make it a prefab. So if you save it as a prefab, it'll save it under the prefabs folder under whatever the name is, the skeleton. And like if my skeleton was a different name, it would put it under that folder under prefabs. So it has its own folder for the prefabs. So now I can take this character, make it its own prefab, and then I can copy and do stuff and skin mesh fine. If you don't do that, it'll lose the information for the material. And you can't do that. Also, if you're using a skin mesh, I highly recommend to make the material as well. So you can generate a material asset straight from this too. And it should create material. Oh yes, it did. Right. So here's my material. I didn't have it put in its own folder yet, but I can do that tonight if I want to. But anyway, it'll create its own material so that you have it saved for later, and you can use it with your pre-plan. Okay. All right. So see, I got our head component with our little control points. There we go. Okay. What else do I need to cover here? Oh, shadowing and the skeleton supports shadows and stuff like that through its own different shaders. You can change your own shaders here in the skeleton component. Like after you're done doing all your skinning and stuff like that, you want to change your shaders or you want to change the way things behave with shadowing, and you turn the shadows on and off. And as you saw, it changed the darkness level of it because there's no lighting. However, if I use the shadows to create a light, right? And around this. If I flip it on the y-axis, okay. But anyway, you do have shadow support, and I probably need to fix something in the code later to make it work. But it was working on mine, so I don't know what happened. Yeah, that's a classic. It was working before. Did I make it an actual one? Oh, there's one light. There's a new light. Okay. So yeah, you do have lighting support on those things that I have. And notice these are the regular sprites that are not in the skeleton. These are only the ones that are in the skeleton that I have built into. So yeah, maybe light point like this is just not the right settings or something like that. But yeah, it does have lighting support. If you can turn it off at any time you want and put it back to okay. This last button was for control point names. If for some reason you change the names and you want them back to what they were, it'll take the parent name and it'll rename all your control points back to that should cover that for the skeleton. And IK, if you're off edit mode, you want to disable IK at any time, you can just click on this and it should stop the IK from calculating. It should, yeah, see, that won't do it anymore. It's stuck in the same position. It won't change it, and you reset my code again, but it won't affect the IK change. Okay? So that's one thing you can use if you want to use IK or not. You can use that animation tool as well. And if you want to stop IK for all the stuff that's in the skeleton, all the bones, it'll just stop all IK. Alright, so that covers the basis of skeletons and bones with IK. I have another thing I wanted to show you. One is the creating mesh, and this is really neat. I just wrote this last week. Basically, if you want to make a custom mesh, say his tail. Put his tail in there. Or let's just make it, I can just make a mesh. Put his tail in there later, but there's his tail. There are many different ways to make meshes. I've made it a lot of options. The first one is the one that Brent Danbury did, and that's just you generate a polygon. It just quickly generates a polygon, and based on the image size. Okay. So that'll just take an image and make it from that. The other one is you can make a mesh directly from the sprite, which is the same thing as if you go to the 2D component. It'll just take the mesh that Unity makes for you and make it into a mesh asset that you can easily use in 2D components. The other one is you can create a mesh from a polygon 2D collider. And you can either add a component or you can just click this button and it will automatically make one from this polygon 2D collider. So you can use that. This is the way I used to do it. I would just add it with this 2D, my little polygon 2D collider on here, and then edit the mesh by pressing Shift and clicking the points. If I can see it, you should be able to see the points. I can't see anything. Edit it. So anyway, you can edit these points in a 2D collider, and you can change the way the mesh shape is before you export. That's the way I used to do it. But recently, I made this one. You can create and edit your own custom polygon, and this is really neat. You can basically click on points, and it'll make a. I can't see it here. It's really hard to see on the screen. I got my first point here, and I can make another point here. Okay, folks. Okay, for some reason, it's not liking my set. It's too bad. Yeah, it's like, see, it's like, yay, I can make another point, but I'm not gonna. Yeah. It's like offset for some reason. I don't know. Okay, fine. Obviously, that's not too bad. Anyway, if it does work on your system for some reason, like this is brand new. This is obviously in beta or alpha. It worked fine on my system. I was showing you how to do it before. But if it does work for some reason, you can create a polygon. You can save it out as your own mesh. Basically, you can take a bunch of points. You can subdivide the mesh, which is really cool. And it creates a bunch of points on it. And you can load custom meshes that you already did before and added them. You triangulate those meshes if you add the points, so you can just move the points around. Let me see if that will work. I'm not sure if it will. I'm going to take my edge mesh over here and load it. Oh, there it is. Okay. And then I can move the points around. Yay. It works kind of. Alright, so yeah, you can basically create your own mesh this way. You hold down Shift, you can create midpoints between the meshes. And like I said, see, it's a custom mesh, so it ain't not worth the best. You start your own mesh. If you start your own mesh, then you can do whatever you want with that. But if you're editing a mesh, you can just drag the points around. And if you remove one, you can press Alt. And again, this is a custom mesh. So I also put the option to combine meshes. See here. So you can take a mesh that you did, that you created right here, and then you can combine it with another mesh. So like say I want to combine this head mesh with another mesh that I edited in here. You can combine those two meshes together and then save it, and then use that for the same mesh. And basically, if I want to, let's say, make this tail, I'm not going to use this thing now. Okay, so I'm going to take this tail. Just generate a new CD collider. And then I have my tail mesh. See, there's my mesh. And let's say I want to add this tail to my skeleton, like the waist. I make it a skin 2D. And there's the old polygon. I want to put the new one that I just made on it. So I go to my skin 2D component. And you will see a mesh filter right here, right? That's the new one that I just created. I want to do the one that I created with the polygon 2D collider. I just drag it over here. And then I recalculate the bone weights. And I have my new mesh with it. So if I get rid of this transform, and this polygon collider, I have my new mesh. And then I can create control points from that mesh too. So it'll use a new mesh that you create. And you can take in any mesh that you do in another program. You can take a mesh that you create in Blender or 3D Max or Maya or whatever. Put it in Unity, drag it over to that. As long as it's UV to the same exact texture, it'll show up on that. And you can create control points. So that covers that part of the tool. The last couple of things, I've only got a couple more things that I can show you. The quickest one is you have a skeleton, you want to make it a ragdoll. You can just click on the skeleton, create ragdoll, and it'll make 2D colliders based on the bones inside your skeleton. And then you can custom weight them or whatever. But then if you it'll automatically put a rigid body on this. Yeah, it'll put box 2D colliders and rigid bodies on all the bones for you. So when you drop it in a physics environment, it will, make your But when you press play, it'll drag and drop this and make it a rigid body. Okay, next thing we can do. Sorting layers of materials. This little tool here is really useful, even if you don't use it for Unity Sprites and Bones. Alright, this one, it can reset all the sorting layers back to 0, like of all your sprites. Like say you want it all back to 0, click this button. If you have it on the skeleton, whatever you have selected. And you can use it just for general stuff. You don't have to use it for your skeleton. You can use it for anything that you put sprites in. It'll reset all your sorting layers or anything with a render back to 0. All right, you can add to your sorting layers. Like say you click an object in here, and you want to add to this sorting layer of this head. I can add a number to it. I can put 10, and then we'll add. See, our sorting layer is 34. I can add to the sorting layers, and I can even include the children of that. If it has other children that you want to add to, and it should change it. I may have to look at it again to see. Yeah, see, you have to just click it off and then click back on it to see the change, but it changes before you. Okay, and you can do negative if you want to go for it as well. You can create materials for all of the renders in your object. Like say, oh crap, I forgot to make materials of all my stuff. Well, this makes it easy. You can just click on your skeleton, include all the children, and it'll create renders for all your materials in there. So it should just pop them out to a folder. I just put all, and it's got materials or anything. Should put it out to a folder of some sort that says materials. Okay. Maybe this folder. But it should do it. Oh, because it's already got materials. Okay. Yeah, probably got a search. Anyway, I'm not going to fool with it, but it's a quick way to make materials for your renders in your object. You can copy the sorting layers between two objects. Like say you have one skeleton, you like all the sorting layers, you make another skeleton, you want to have the exact same thing. You put one skeleton in one in the other, copy from one to the other, and you'll have your sorting layers exactly the same controls. And like I said, it doesn't have to be used just for those 2D Sprites and Bones components. You can use it for anything. And same thing with positions and rotations between the objects. This little tool here, same thing. You can take any two objects and it'll copy the rotations. Anything that's got the same names. The name all the same, it'll copy it. Okay. Let's see. Okay, last but not least, going into the animation window to animate our little view here. So now we've got our sprites and our bones. I've also included an animation hierarchy editor so that if any of your animations get messed up, like you change the name or something like that, this tool, you can select your animation clips, change the names to the right object, the root, or you can drag and drop the right ones where they are at, and it will change your animation clips over. Okay? Because that happens even without Unity Sprites and Bones. If you use the Unity animation tool, you will find out very quickly after creating a lot of animations. Oh crap, I changed the name. Now all my animations are broken. Well, that little tool will help you to restore it. Alright, so animation window. Alright, now I want to animate our guy. In some place that's usable. Okay, we'll make a new animation. It's fine. Start, keep bringing it. So I want to have our skeleton off edit mode. So we want to use our IK head here that I did. And start moving his animation around. Slowly. I can play it, and it should be rocking. or he's biting himself in the nuts. I'm not sure. So anyway, I have our IK poses done, and I can add a regular transition if I want to. Like if I want to shut off the IK, and reset my pose back to its normal cell and play it. It should save that and go back to its normal pose. So I'll even play it. But yeah. So let's say I wanted to bake this animation now. Like, IK can sometimes be really screwy, especially if you're transitioning between animations that have IK as well. If you're working up with is anybody an animator in here works with a lot of animations? A lot? And you know how IKs work? And you know that sometimes if you transition between IK elements, it doesn't quite transition right? Sometimes you need to make the rotations between those two things so that the IK doesn't like flip something around because the calculation is not going the way you want it to. Basically, I have a function in here that I just did, so again, beta stop. Okay. It worked on my machine at home. I don't know if it'll work on this machine here. We'll see. And if that's the case, I have bugs with this. Like, I didn't argue. My polygon editor that I was so proud of and really wanted to show it today. So I want to bake this IK pose. So basically, I have the animation window open. I go to Sprites and Bones. I want to make this pose. I got to select the object of the skeleton that has the pose, or the game object that has the skeleton. You can have multiple skeletons underneath an object. Like I have a really complex character that has 3 different skeletons that I use between animations, and I disable them using development like IK and stuff like that. So it will take every skeleton and take every pose and bake it. So this has just got one, so it's pretty easy. And you don't really, you just need to take that root object and we'll do that all at once. So I can just set this, I'm on the first keyframe, probably not the best frame to do the IK. I'm going to try to do it on this one. Bake the pose. And disable the IK. So see, it changed. Then I'm going to apply that pose. See it down here. Apply the pose, and it changed its position. Okay, so basically I just baked that pose in there without having the need for the IK system. Okay, see, there's no IK here. The IK is moving, but it's not transitioning. Okay, so if I enable the IK again, it'll go back to the spot. And then I can clear it and do it again. Okay? So, I think that covers all the stuff with Sprites and Bones that I can think of. Oh, one last thing. I have the animation of paint. What this does is you can create a paint animation sequence from an animation that you made. So basically, there's my animation of paint component here. And I can set the frame rate, how many frames I want to capture, pixels to the loading unit, 100 in this case. I can play it, and when I play it, it'll bake the animation. And it's a ragdoll. So, our ragdoll obviously works. And it should save them in the same project. Killer King animation, and maybe we can see it falling to the floor. There it goes. Yeah. So yeah, you can save your animations. In that case, I should have disabled my written device before I did that. So that's why it's falling to the floor. So anyway, that covers Sprites and Bones, the tool. You can play with it, ask me questions. If you go on the Unity forums, you can look up Unity Sprites and Bones. Ask me his plan names on there. My game that I'm developing is my character is mobile. It's mobilegame.com. You can also reach me at plan.com. It's DLY command.com. Okay?
It's on the asset store?
It is not on the asset store. Actually, when Real Banbury put it up on the, and we wanted to put it up on the asset store, it got rejected. It got rejected probably because it's open source and because it's using MIT licenses and different licenses for different things. So it's always going to be open source as long as I'm in charge of it and Real Banbury is in charge of it. So you can only get it on GitHub or on the Unity platforms. Any other questions? Too much information. Lots of stuff in this tool, so hopefully you guys will have fun with it. A lot of stuff to cover. Hopefully my video recorded so you guys can watch this.
Do you happen to have any like final animations that would show connection?
Yeah, actually, I'll show some of the ones on the website that I'm doing. Yeah, there it goes. And there's some animations I made with Unity Sprites and Bones. Walking. So those are all built in. See, yes.
Just to play well with maybe and UI sprites or effects.
It shouldn't have any. I mean, it depends how much stuff you have going on. I imagine the IK does take up some CPU processing power, but I've seen people using Unity Sprites and Bones global and with IK, and they have characters playing and dying and all kinds of stuff. Ragdolls. It works. So I imagine you should have troubles. Yes.
Do you generally use only the animation or not the animator?
I haven't done the animator component with Unity Sprites and Bones. I have no idea how it works. I would be interested to hear if anybody tries it to see how it works with it. I would like to hear how it does. Anybody else?